of getting a first league win in this game on Saturday?
First, today we have had a really good training, and it's a good beginning. We have to find a way where we can stay in the game for a little bit longer time, and so we don't stay in the house after 45 minutes with a 2-0 or 3-0. So the first is a very solid defensive basic we need, and then maybe we need to play a little bit more simple on the ball so we can minimize the number of lost, especially on own half. But we need a big courage, we need a big intensity, we need again a big discipline for our game plan. And what I saw today in the training was a really good training session with a big discipline, with a big intensity, and good structure in the team. So it will be a good beginning for a good game.
Are there any trends that you've discovered in the games where you have conceded a goal early that you can say, okay, this is what's happening, this is how we stop it happening in future games?
No, there have been more themes about, we have spoken before about the deep run behind our fullbacks in this half track. We have conceded more goals, and it has been the theme also this week. The second ball, general, that we travel more when the ball is traveling. We're speaking a lot about the amount of meters we are running. We have to increase this to travel when the ball is traveling, so we always have good position. We speak about to increase the level of acceleration. This is especially for Portsmouth game when they have the more direct game, that a lot of second ball situation where we have to be really good to match them. Also acceleration when we are compact and we find trigger that we go together, so we are one team with one game plan. So it's some of the things we're working on.
And you mentioned a bit about Portsmouth there, but overall they seem to have kicked on a little bit. They've had a decent start to the season. What kind of a challenge will they present to you?
From the physical side first, they are one of the team who run most and have most sprint, most acceleration. So we have to match this as number one. Two, of course, Murphy left side is a great player with a lot of crossing. This is one battle we have to win. The second ball games is another battle we have to win. And then also when we're winning the ball, it has been the theme in the last 2-3 games, we could easily lose the ball again, and it was sometimes we work so hard, we're winning a lot of ball, but to keep the ball more when we're winning the ball. So it's some of the must-win battles to win the whole game.
Travel-wise, I did just want to ask you this. I know that before the Leicester game there was a bit of talk about, where the players could stay overnight or anything like that. Because this is a particularly long trip, can I just check, is everybody going to be travelling down together on Friday and you get the overnight stay?
Yeah, we had travel with bus and we are sleeping in a hotel, yeah.
Injury news, what can you update us? Obviously, not great in the week that you had a couple of injuries, a couple of players who had to go off. So could you just give us a summary of the situation with your squad and where players are at with injuries at the moment?
Yeah, of new is Olaf. He has problem with his right groin, and I think he'll be out too after the national team break, the next one. And then we have Reese. He needs some, what do you call it? Stitches in his foot after the tackling Tuesday evening, so he will also be out for 1, 2, maybe 3 weeks. So I think this is the newest update.
You are, I think, 17th for XG at the moment, which, given the state the squad is probably a positive, really. What are you happy with from an attacking sense, and what can be better?
For me, we're working a lot with the structure in our offensive game, and a part of this is how we stay when we lose the ball, to get less transition against. And the other part is, of course, how many times are we breaking the defending line from the opponent. And it's a theme where we're speaking a lot now. Tuesday evening we have more good sequences where we're breaking the line from the opponent, the defending line, because we have more opposite run, we have more deep runs, we have more situation where we play to a open body position and we speed up the game. And this is some of the theme when we are speaking how can we improve on the ball, is how can we get more situation where we can break the defending line from the opponent. And is sometimes in the last game in Bristol we always have high fullbacks. That means it was difficult for them to play deep passes because he was always too high, and the variation sometimes to have high, to have deep. So when the wing back is deeper, and then we can also have the offensive 10 if we play a 3-box-3 example. So the basic things is how can we break the first pressing line from the opponent and not have comfortable in this and have more confidence in this phase, because if we can break the first line, we'll also have more situation where we can build up with more passes and more calmness in the build up. And then it's again, how can we be better to when we start right, go right, left, instead of go right, right, or go left, left. We need to have more passes in the team, but it has to go hand with the more bigger verticality, so we can break the defending line more often from the opponent. And then, of course, the number of players we can bring into the box is the theme we also train a lot.
What are the energy levels like at the moment? Are they okay? The international break might have helped for some, but you've got players playing a lot of minutes at the moment, haven't you?
I think last week showed that the intensity is high. Last Tuesday was the highest, most intensive training we had in the season, and it's very positive when we look at the sprint meters from the Bristol games. It was very, very high. We are top 5-6 in the league. For the running distance, we have to put some more meters per players, and this is what I mean travel when the ball is travel. And then for the acceleration side, we need to have more acceleration per player through 90 meters to take the next step defensively, but also take the next step offensively to ask for the ball, the deep movement. And if I take the training for today, I think the boys trained really, really well with a high intensity and high discipline and high energy. So, so it's good.
The 2 new embargoes that have been placed on the club by the EFL effectively rule out any free agent signings. How big a blow is that for you?
Yeah, before this, we also couldn't sign any player, so it's not really some news. It's more official now. Of course, we would love to have some new players, but there is not something new in this, and it's still the same. We do all what we can and work with all the players. We have to let them grow and let them be better every day. And when I see the boys on the training pitch, then I can only see, wow, they do all what they can. And I also saw that Tuesday evening. So I'm looking forward for Saturday.
Most, if not all people, appreciate the challenge that you faced this year, but we don't know what the chairman thinks. You do speak to him. Has he been supportive after a winless start in the league, or has he complained at all about the results?
He had not complained at all, and we are in regular contact, and we all know it's a difficult situation. And this is not the question. The question is which perspective everyone give this situation every day, and how we work right now. And this perspective we give right now, then I can see a lot of small things in the right direction, and this is what we're working from.
What did you make of the boycott the other night? And how do you feel about the possibility of protest ramping up in future weeks if that proves to be the case?
I have said before that I respect the behavior from everyone, what they want, and I could hear our fans behind us in the game Tuesday evening, and I'm generally very, very happy for our fans.
And is the deal done for Daryl Flahaven to join the staff, or is that one close? Are you close to getting something done there?
We are close to do more things on this side, and I hope soon that we can do something official with new staff. But to Daryl or not Daryl, I cannot say anything right now.
Do you have any kind of timescale on when new staff will be in? For example, could it happen next week?
Yeah, I hope it could happen the next 5 to 10 days.
Thanks for your time, Henrik. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Henrik, how are you doing?
Hey Alex, I'm fine, thank you.
Good stuff, good to hear it. On the coaches, you may have gone into this a couple of weeks ago, but with Craig in, Daryl maybe in, we'll see. And how many more are you looking at, and what roles might they take up?
For new coaches?
For coaches, yeah.
Of course, we look for a goalkeeper coach, and he has to take the responsibility for the goalkeepers. Yeah, and then we need for another assistant coach, and then we'll see how the land will look like after this. But we need one who can help with the defensive stuff, and so this is the first priority now.
Yeah. Okay. You mentioned there, that the energy and the attitude towards training has been high. With everything going on, how impressive is that? How impressed have you been by your players that they're just getting on with things and doing the best they can?
I think everyone who has tried to be in a difficult environment where there is a lot of negative things around you, there is always a possibility to change your mindset, to have focus for the negative things instead of the positive things. It's easy the glass is half empty instead of half full. It's easy to look at mistakes instead of look at the good things, and every day to give life the right perspective. So we don't want to make the situation better as it is, but we also don't want to make the situation worse than it is. And to try to look every day how the world is as objective as possible. This is the best. This is the biggest job we have. And then always try to see something the players can't see, and support them and help them to be the best version of themselves. Because of course there is sometimes the tough days where players, there is this and this, but to come back, to put all the energy, all the power they have, and then all together to make the best possible train, to make the best possible game. And here my boys are fantastic. I have to have big respect for how they do it, and also the staff, how good they are working. And nobody can do something alone here, and it's only the staff. We have to be a good mirror. The players between each other have to be a good mirror. Yeah, and here the senior players are working very hard, because it's not enough to play good football. They also have to be good mirrors on the pitch. So one of the younger guys can make something bad, but we are tough in our communication because we have to perform. We want to go to the next level where we are winning a football game. At the same time, they feel the support, to come back in the game and make the next good action. So I think this high performance culture, not only about how we are together beside the pitch, but also how we perform together on the pitch. And here we are working a lot with this part of it. And again today it was a great example how we want to work also in the games. But here we need to do it over 95 minutes and not only for a period in the games.
We said that I'd ask you this question after the game on Tuesday. Set pieces, Henrik. This isn't a new issue. Why have Sheffield Wednesday struggled for such a long period of time?
It's a good question. We're working very hard on this set pieces, and Andy and Ben using so much time on it and to prepare everything in the best possible way. And also today we have worked with set pieces. So we do all what we can to make it better and better. And I think we have, for the defensive corner, we are generally stronger, but still, we give too much away, but we are working hard to do that better.
How much of a concern is it around the personnel in that area? Because as I say, look, it was it was an issue last season. But then you take Smudge and Icky out of the squad. That first contact winners. How much of a concern is it that you've got the personnel to turn that problem around?
What we're speaking about right now is, one thing is to have a structure, but the other thing is to put the right players in the right structure. So is that fit us, or do we need to change our structure with the players we have? It can be for corner, it can be for free kick in the side. The two of the goals we conceded against Bristol, we had a free kick high up. We lose the ball. It was a defensive transition, but we won the ball and we lose the ball. So now it's further than earlier. We have got a transition and they score. Now we win the ball, but we lost the ball. The goal, the corner they scored, was also a situation where we winning the ball and then we're losing the ball and they scored. And this is one of the team general, when we are working so hard to winning balls, that to keep the balls better when we are winning, and this is also a theme after set pieces.
Okay. Harry, you suggested that it was just a bit of fatigue, him coming off last weekend. All good to go on that front?
Yeah, everything is fine. The scanning showed nothing, and he has trained normally today, so it's good. But of course, Harry, we are so pleased for Harry, but we also need to have a little bit patience, so he can. There's still a big difference to play under 21 football and to play championship football, and we also saw after 60, 70 minutes the tank was empty, and that's why we should change him. But now he's back again, and next time he can go a little bit longer, and then he will get more and more energy, and then we will only see a better and better Harry, I'm sure.
How much does he open up things for you from a technical point of view? Being able to play Max as a left centre half. I remember Danny speaking a lot about the angle. A left-footed ball playing centre half. Opens up. To have Harry in there once he is fully up to speed, I imagine is a big plus.
Yeah, of course it's a big plus with Max, with Harry, with Svante, with Barry. We have 4 left-footed players. We have Cole as the next centre back as left-footed. It's mean a lot when you can have left-footed left side and right-footed right side for your build-up. So it's a big advantage for Harry, but it's also clear that Max, Harry, Svante, Barry, if it's this, they have to learn to play together to integrate Harry, but I'm sure it will be a strong left side in the future.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm going to ask one question on the embargo. I'm afraid that there's been a lot of talk about the level of communication, either within the club or from the top. Are you aware of the situations, with embargoes and all this sort of stuff as they happen, or are you finding out with the rest of us?
No, I got the information yesterday at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay. And I gather that as was
maybe at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. I won't hold you to it. We do gather that, as was the case, with deadline day, that there was work in lining up deals. Mm-hmm. If things were eased. How much frustration is it for you and the guys working on that? I appreciate the situation hasn't changed, but as you say, it's another layer of it becoming unlikely, I guess.
No, I think for everyone is we would all love that we could have had some new players, and it was also prepared. But this is not the situation, and with the new embargo, it has nothing changed for us. It's just official now that we can't sign anyone. But since this day or a few days after, where there was the appeal, and then I have not used energy for this, because I have used all my energy for the players we have and try to work with my staff, with our staff, the coaches, everyone, to be the best mirror and make the best training, make the best preparation for the game as possible.
Yeah, I'm sure. What about Portsmouth then? What sort of threats will they offer?
Oh, it's a working team. It's a running team. It's a second ball team with good individual quality. Murphy special left side, strong in the crossing, strong in the deep run, strong second ball. So it's a lot of basic things to play a championship football game. You have to match the intensity over 95 minutes. You have to match a lot of long ball, second ball. You have to match your sliding in the back four or back five, because there'll be a lot of deep runs, and how you handle this. There'll be a lot of situation to stop crossing, and there'll be a lot of situations where we're winning the ball, where we are aggressive in the repress. How good are we to play out when we are winning the ball? Because for sure there's also a team who bring a lot of people forward, so there can also be some possibility here, but they are really strong in the repress. So there is a lot of challenge of the physical level. There is the basic to do things on the football level, and then the mental level that it's again and again and again they will come. So to be online, to have a good internet for 95 minutes, that and this is the next step for us, that to stay in the game when after 45 minutes, and then we can grow. And this is the big first step we have to do, so we can surprise and we can take the first win.
Absolutely. Just one more. You've mentioned him a couple of times. I think Murphy is a player that is really well thought of across the division. Have you got a special plan for how to cope with him? I wouldn't expect you to tell me what it is, but
can we stop him make crossing is a good beginning. Stop him make the dribbling forward is also a good beginning. So yeah, let's see how we can do this. It will be an exciting challenge.
Fantastic. Henrik, thank you very much for your time. I'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah, thank you.
You alright, Henrik? How's things?
I'm good, thank you.
Good stuff. Just to touch on the fitness perspective, how difficult is it when you've got such a small squad? Obviously you're losing a few players because you have a small squad. How hard are you and the medical team having to work at the moment to make sure you get everybody and keep everybody as fit as you can?
Of course it's a challenge, but the things are, it's always with which mindset you're going. Is that with fear for the injury, or it's with courage? We have to make them stronger so they can play more. And I'm a big believer in courage, and I'm a big believer that we have to make them stronger. And example how we train today, we have to go to the maximum what we can do on a -2, because it doesn't help to go to a maximum too long today and then they are tired on Saturday. Yeah. So in a week like this, it's difficult to do a lot. Next week we will have especially I call it -4 and a -3 training. And -4 it's acceleration, deceleration. Here we really have to increase this amount. We really have to make a big step in the acceleration, deceleration day. And then on a -3 it's a lot with sprint meter. It's the intensity. It's meter per minute. How many meter can we cover per minute? And here again for the the amount of meters we are running, we are I think 17, 18. We have to run more meters, and if everyone run, I just said 5 meter more per minute, then we'll be in top 8. Yeah. For the sprint, we are top 6 now. We are strong in the sprint, but when we invest a lot in the sprint, we also need to rest. That's why we need the basic level higher, so we can run more, but we can still sprint this amount. And then the acceleration is also a theme where we want to increase, so our pressing will be more intensive with all the small reaction, not only with the bigger runs, but also the game on the ball. When we win the ball, that we don't need to rest, but we can speed up the game. And this is what we try to work for week by week. And as I said before, Tuesday was the most intensive training. The sprint meters, we are top 6, but we also have to increase the other levels so we can compete with all the team from the physical perspective. And then is, of course, this is a week plan. And then when we have 3 games in 7 days, then is the next step. How can we not only play Saturday, how can we play Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday? And it's here we need to think not only the next game, but we have to think 3 games ahead. And here I will do the best I can with the coaches and Rob and Antonio to make the best plan for the players. So we keep us fit, but we also keep the intensity through the games.
Yeah, obviously it was a difficult summer. You know, the pre-season I'm sure wasn't as you would have liked it to be. Do you feel like you're getting close now to where you want your players to be? I know you say that the intensity levels are going up. Like, do you feel like you're close to where you would want to have been at the start of the season?
No, we have to put more on. We have to. I'm happy for the sprint meet and I'm happy for the mentality because the boys do all. But with a lot of games, it's difficult to just jump, and that's why every week we have with a normal week, it's helped us to come closer the goal where we want to go. And with the mindset, attitude from the players, then I'm sure we will come closer and closer this.
Yeah, no, excellent. I want to ask you on a personal level, have you dealt with, obviously not an exact situation like this, but have you dealt with sort of adversity in the past in terms of the teams you've been dealing with, and what lessons did you learn from those experiences that you had?
I have tried more times to have a team that took over 2 teams that was in the bottom, which have Wednesday 3 teams. And it's always, there's a mental perspective every day for your way of each training session. There's a mental perspective for each game. Which perspective, again, you give everything. Are you going with fear every day, or are you going with courage every day? It's make 2 different things. And then step by step build up, because we cannot do everything in 1 day or 2 days. Some things, the physical things, it take a little bit time. The defensive, we will grow. I also know from the offensive side, but it's to have a clear plan where we want to go, and then step by step, and then I know we will grow, because we have some guys who do all what we can. I have some coaches, some staff who do all what they can, and this is the fundamental. This is a top basic mentality, and I think this is what we are standing for.
Yeah. What sort of things do you do in order to, I suppose, to keep people from being disheartened? Because it is obviously a tough situation. The results are tough as well. Like, do you do anything that's maybe a little bit unorthodox? Do you get like psychologists in? Do you get speakers in? Like, what sort of thing do you do to make sure people don't get too down about the situation that they're in?
Right now, we have our team. First of all, there is the energy we bring every day. It's a basic thing. The other thing is, which perspective do you give any game? It's fantastic when we are winning. We have not tried that yet. It's everything shit when you lose. Oh, sorry. Is everything not good when you're losing? It's always to look behind the result, and I think it's very, very important. And then so you can see the progression you have. And then, of course, there is a lot of individual conversation, because sometimes those things is also easier to speak with individuals about, because players can also have a lot of thoughts about, what's happened now. They are unsure, they are a little bit fear. There's a lot of thought, and I think all people knows when they have a lot of thoughts, then they are in the past, what they should have done, or they are in the future, what they have to do. And we all know the top performance are without thought, it's just in the heart and just play football. So of course it's this is also how can we keep the players with an open heart and not too much here, but stay here. And we also have I have also spoken with more people about what you said. It could be to get someone in from outside to help, to support, and I also consider this right now.
Excellent. Just lastly for me, I know you mentioned Reece and Olaf, but with the other boys that are injured and out, do you think we'll see any of them come back before the next international break? Like, where are people at in terms of their recovery? I know obviously people like Dish are definitely long term.
No, I don't. Maybe Reece will come back, but I don't think. Jalaba, I also hope he will come back. But otherwise, those two, I don't think so.
Lovely. Thanks for your time, Henrik. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Thanks for that.
Hi Henrik, it's Leon from the Yorkshire Post. I've not got too many
Leon.
questions. I was just thinking, sort of psychologically, emotionally, it must be more straightforward at the minute, maybe playing away from home than playing at home.
We all love to play in Hillsborough, and away games. Here we also have fantastic fans, but it has not been a theme for the staff, for the coaches, for the players that to play away is easier than to play home. We are happy every time we have to play at Hillsborough, but we're also really looking forward now to away game, because we also know our away game is special because we know that the fans is they are also amazing when we are playing away.
Was that away atmosphere? Everyone's sort of together maybe a little bit more, aren't they? They've sort of travelled a long way, and it can seem a bit like that.
I could feel the fans behind me Tuesday, and I think they did all what they could. I know they do all what they can to make a good atmosphere in Southampton, and still I also respect the fans who don't come in the stadium.
I was just thinking, it's obviously a difficult job. Who sort of, is there any other people's stories in sport or in life that maybe inspire you when you're a little bit down? I mean, because you've got to stay positive, haven't you?
No, I take also from my own experience when I have saved team before, when I took over a team that was in the bottom of the league and then make them to top 3, 4, 5 teams in the league. So I feel comfortable inside, as me as a human, as me as a leader, and then of course I also speak with other people, and I'm always ready to learn, and nobody can do something alone, me either, and that's why it's always sometimes good to have another mirror to get a reflection, and I also use this, but I have my own experience, very good experience in this direction, and I have a big belief in this, and I have some good stuff around me, and then I'm sure we can be some great mirrors for our boys.
And you have a good support mechanism, I suppose. Friends and family, they all.
Yeah, I have a fantastic woman.
A team of your own, I suppose.
I have a fantastic woman, and I have some good people around me who support. But support is many things. Is also to when you have a situation where you lose your normal focus, or not focus, where you lose your perspective. Hey, Henrik, it's not you who is coming here. To keep me in the track who I want to be, and this is what I train every day.
Very best of luck, Henrik. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.